welcome back to my channel, Jamie Fran Colors. I'm Jamie and today we are on video 2 of our backgrounds for our Hannah Carlson book. So we're going to do some backgrounds today and then we're going to do some backgrounds next time and then we're going to start coloring this book in. So I'm very excited. So today, well last time, we'll do that. Last time we did pan pastels and oil pastels. So we did some pan pastels and we did some oil pastels, and this one's also pan pastels. So that was cool, like that. Now today we are going to do some paper and some gelatos. So let's talk about the paper first, and to talk to you a little bit about that, I have my other book here that I did some practice in, and then I'm going to show you a couple of options. Okay, so first of all, I'll show you what I mean by putting paper in as a background. Is you're kind of collaging with your coloring book. So like this one, the flowers, the leaves, they are paper. They are rice paper that I have glued in. And it doesn't warp the paper very much, maybe a tad, but not really, nothing that upsets me, and I'm kind of a stickler for it. So, and then our other one I did a practice of is this one, is also a paper. This is a napkin that I put in the background. And with this one, I did end up covering a little bit of the picture, and so I actually just took a pen and drew the lines back in so I could see them a little bit better, and I'll be able to color right over the top of it, and it will be just fine. I don't see any problems with it. So those are, I'm back on the sew thing, oh my gosh, okay. So that is what I'm meaning by adding paper, is you're kind of ripping paper up and putting it where you want it. You might not be filling in the whole background, or you might be filling in the whole background. So it's your choice how you use paper, but it's just another option for a background, because sometimes backgrounds can be daunting. I think this is really pretty. I'm kind of excited to color this little bug in now. Okay, so that is what I am talking about. So let me go over some paper that you can use. These papers are going to be by people, but you can definitely use cheaper alternatives and stuff you find at the dollar store or online or, you know, Hobby Lobby, anywhere. So one thing that I use is napkins. These napkins are Jane Davenport napkins. I'll link them down below, but I've also seen gorgeous napkins on Amazon that I'd really like to get. My thing that holds me up about just buying napkins to collage with is that I buy a pack of napkins and I've got 20 of the same print. Whereas if I buy like Jane Davenport, I've got like 5 of each print and I've got several prints. So I don't know, but some of those are so pretty. So if you see napkins at like the dollar store or Hobby Lobby for a few dollars and you really love the pattern, then go ahead, like buy those, because they are definitely cheaper and you're ripping them up. So that is that. Another thing, this is, well, that's a napkin there on top. But these are rice papers, and these are Marta Lebowski, or I don't know. MarySmallArt.com is where you can purchase these rice papers. These ones are designed by Marta, but she has, Marta can't talk tonight. Marta Lebkowska, Marta. She has an awesome YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. But she's designed these rice papers, and it is her shop, but she also sells other rice papers as well. And what's fun about rice papers is that they're a little bit thicker than your napkins, but not as thick as paper. And you can see through them a little bit, but they're not completely transparent. And they kind of have a texture to them. Let's see if I can show you what I mean. You see like all the fibers to the paper? I like that. And when you tear it, it kind of frays a little bit, which is really nice. It helps it blend into your paper that you're collaging on top of. So rice papers are good. I've looked at Amazon, but it really doesn't have rice papers. I've noticed that they do have some like mulberry papers. I've never used them, but they look very similar to rice paper. And I might have to try some mulberry paper, but anyways. And then another type, you can use just paper. Just colored paper. For my collaging or like my art journal, I will use an old dictionary. I bought this dictionary for $1 at a secondhand store, and I will just literally like rip it out, crumple it up, whatever I want, you know, just whatever texture I want to add. So you could definitely use that, or phone books have really nice thin paper you can collage with easily. Marta at Marimi Small Art also has, this is her newest designs, but I really liked this pack of paper that she sold. Those are some more rice papers that she's selling, because it has some really lightweight sheets of paper. So in this pack there are 14 heavyweight sheets, 14 light sheets, and 8 sheets with elements. So the heavy sheets, okay, so these are the element pages, but then she gets these really lightweight, beautiful papers. So they're so thin, but I think they'll be beautiful to collage with. I haven't collaged with them yet, but that's what we're going to use tonight. So I think they'll be beautiful to put in a coloring book for a background, because they're just beautiful for backgrounds. So anyway, so that's a type. You can collage with cardstock, but it's going to be harder, and it is going to bulk up your coloring book. So I don't particularly like collaging with or using cardstock for backgrounds, because it does add bulk to my pages. So I'm not a big fan of that, but they do have beautiful colors, and they're harder to stick down. So I tend to stay away from that especially for coloring books. Like if I'm using an art journal and if I really like the paper, I'll go ahead and use it. But for coloring books, sorry, my head's under the desk. I really like to use something a little bit more lightweight. So let's talk about a napkin again. I don't know that I'm going to use a napkin tonight, but I want to just show you what you want to do with the napkin. So napkins come in layers. So if you open your napkin up, you want to separate the layers before you try to collage with it, and sometimes it's difficult. But if you can kind of get on a corner and work it apart, they tend to, once I get that started, they come out apart pretty easily. This one, of course, since I'm filming, is not going to. It's going to be stubborn. Sometimes if you wet your finger a little bit and pull, it will... There, it's starting to separate. There we go. So I just licked my finger, and then it'll start to separate. But you see how it has... You want to get it so you just have one thin layer that has the print on it. because it will collage better, and that also makes it really thin. And I don't stick down a whole napkin, I rip the napkin up. But now it's really, really thin. And it just collages much more beautifully. So, and you can use that for your art journal or for your coloring books. So. I thought I could add this paper. We could tear it up a little bit and add it in places, and then maybe use some gelatos to help mix it in. That's kind of what my plan is. So let's see how we want to do that. I love this paper. It is from Marimi Small Art. I just love that it has like the music notes and the browns and then these cute flowers. I just think they're really pretty. So let's see how I would want to, and you can see through it a little bit in some areas where it's a little lighter. But I'm just gonna tear it and see how I want to lay it down. I could even, you could like punch it out with, if you had a circle punch. You could do all sorts of things to make it look really cool. I'm just kind of wanting to decide because I don't have a lot of space. All right, well, let me mold this over. I'll speed up any of this and then we'll get to how to attach it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. Looks kind of messy right now, but I think it will pull together really nice. Some spots I am just going ahead and overlapping. Some I'm making sure I'm not overlapping. I really don't want to overlap her, so I really made sure I don't. This one I'm not as worried about. I just think it's kind of fun. So, yeah, just gonna play and kind of see what happens, because I think it will be just fine. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna use matte medium, Golden's matte medium. You can use any brand of matte medium. There's craft brands, there's professional brands, there's school ones. You can also use Mod Podge, though I would want to make sure you get the matte Mod Podge, because you want to make sure that you're going to be able to color over it. So if you use a glossy medium or glossy Mod Podge, you're not going to be able to. The pencil's not going to stick very well. So make sure whatever you use, you're using something that is matte. You could use clear gesso. I just have matte medium right here, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to paint the back of my paper a little bit with and whatever brush you use, make sure it's not your favorite brush, because it's never going to be the same. So dedicate a brush to your glue, because that's what this is glue. Okay, and then I'm just going right over the top of it again, which is why you want something that you can color over the top of. Okay, and that just sticks it down really nice. And I'm just going to do that with all of these. these scissors and trim that little piece there. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of look at it, see if there's anything else I want to add. Well, let me let this dry and then we will look at what I've pulled out. Alright, my paper is dry from the glue, so that feels good. And I did find some gelato type stuff. So what I have is I have gelatos from Faber-Castell. And then I just bought these. They are from Jane Davenport. I don't even know what they're called. I don't know. And I don't know that I kept the, let's see, color stick. So very technical name there. A color stick. So that is what I have. Because I don't have any browns in gelatos. I just haven't bought those as of yet. So I'm gonna just mix them together. We're gonna try this out. Okay, get my game face on. If I ruin this, I'm gonna have to buy another book because I really like this page. No, it's gonna work. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. Here we go. I'm gonna start with, I don't know. I'm just gonna take this darker color and kind of put it around a little bit, just like a little bit. I don't want too much here. Just to kind of start us out. Okay. So it just kind of goes on like a really soft crayon. And then you grab just a little tiny bit of water on a brush, just a little bit, nothing too extreme. And let's kind of blend that out. Produces so much color. It's so much more color than I was thinking. Just goes further than I was thinking. So I'm just going to kind of blend it out with my finger as well. It's just going to kind of give it a look, I guess. I don't know. I wish it was a little darker than that. Well, we'll let it dry and we'll see if we can layer. So let's use a little more of it in some places so that we at least have some cohesion even if we don't have a smooth transition. Okay, I'm gonna kind of let that dry a little bit, and then we're gonna add some blues. I have like a peachy color. I think I'll just do these. We've got some gelatos now. We've got some blues. Nebula. This doesn't have a name. This one is Aqua Dulce. Some sweet water. And then guava, which I think will just be kind of fun to add a little bit of color in there too. You know, I don't think it looks terrible. I'm not as in love with it as I was my practice paper, which is always a little disappointing to me. But you can either do this or not, you know, and it's the how to do it more than look how awesome my paper looks. And don't throw something away until you've finished it, because maybe it's survivable. All right, so I'm gonna use the Aqua Dulce. We're gonna add some color in here. See what we can do. Okay, I have one more trick up my sleeve that I want to try, and then we're gonna call it. I just really want to try and knock it back just a little bit, because I just wish that paper wasn't standing out quite as much as it is. So I'm gonna take some white gesso to make sure my paper is dry too. So dry, paper dry. Take some white gesso there. And I'm gonna take some water. Alright, so I put that gesso down. I don't know. You guys, I'm a little disappointed in how this looks. I hate when the, my practices look better than my reality. So disappointing. So let me try putting some of this on the gesso. I don't know. Maybe, well... Okay, so here's the reality. This is where we're at, and this is how it is. So this, I don't like it as well as my practices. I don't know how I feel about it at all at this point. I wish I had gone better. I don't know if I had used different paper or if my gelatos are a little darker. I don't know, but it's not what I like. And I mean, I could just cut this part out of the video, start, and just not do it, but I'm not going to do that because I feel like we all have days where our artwork doesn't turn out the way we want to, or doesn't, it just doesn't look what we thought it would. So I'm just going to leave this where it is, and we're going to color it on the day we're supposed to color it, and we'll see how it is then. If I still like can't stand the background or it looks horrible, then we'll black it out with some Posca paint pen or something. Like, it's not the end of the world, and it is what it is. Some of it's kind of cool, and some of it just kind of looks like a hot mess. So we're just gonna leave it as it is, and maybe she'll all turn out, or maybe we'll hate her. But you know, we're doing 18 pictures in this book, and we might not love all of them, and that's the reality, and that's okay. So let's just move on, okay? I've spent way too much time on this page trying to save it. So let's go to this one. Is the other one I wanted to do tonight, and this one I just want to use gelatos on. I didn't have any intention of putting any paper on it. I just want to make it look a little bit worn, or you know. So I'm going to take some yellows here. I have Odyssey. I think I had like a galactical thing. Buttercream. What else? There's some peach. I thought I had one more. Yellow color. Green yellow. Oh, here it is. And this is caramel. Alright, so let's just put some of this on. Take a deep breath. And just do this rather quickly and not worry too much. Alrighty, now let's see what happens. We might have another hot mess. What do you think? Oh goodness. There! Oh, how nice. Well, that makes me feel a little better, you guys. And it was easy and quick and fast. Alright. It just looks kind of, I wanted it to kind of look like an aged map or something. I really think the color. I really liked that one. The other one, well, like I said, I think we're going to color it and then we'll go from there. We'll color it and then we'll go from there. Just bear with me. I don't know. Can't be perfect all the time. Alright. Or half the time, you know? This one I was thinking of doing paper on, but then I couldn't find a paper that I liked. So I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Still not sure. I think we could put down like blue gelatos and stuff, I think. Should we do that? Grab this blue too. This one. Okay, let's try this. This is elderberry. I think we might just kind of stick, I don't know, in the middle here. There, just kind of cute and sweet. I really like it. It's really soft and just pretty. All right, so we've gotten this one and then this one. Now I have our sad one. I don't know, you guys. I just kind of feel bummed about it. So I just want to remind you, like, I think part of the difference is like I used the rice paper on this one, which is rather white and transparent, and so it kind of melds better with the paper. And then the napkin is the same, like it's thin and transparent, and it just, I don't know, lent itself to being a little softer maybe, whereas this just did not blend well at all. I just don't know if there's anything left to do about it. Well, let's turn the page. Stop looking at it. We'll look at this one. Turned out great. Alright, you guys. I hope you guys have an awesome week. You find time to de-stress and color, enjoy yourself, throw something on a page, and you know what? Sometimes it turns out a hot mess. And that has to be okay too, you know? It has to be, because this is a whole coloring book. One of them's got to be ugly, right? Alright, I will see you guys next time for some more backgrounds, and then we'll start coloring some subjects. Whew, wish me luck. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.